What's up developers? So today you are joining with another video of our React Native beginner video series. So this time I thought of like it will be more fun, like as a continuation of our last video. If we can have like learn properly how you can run Android simulator and iOS simulator. I remember like I didn't show you like how you run it in iOS simulator, but I showed you how it works in Android, and same time I want to like teach you this time how you run it in the real device as well, so it will be more fun. Like you will really know, you will get the real feeling of how when you run your application in your real device. So that will be awesome. So I'm take you through today with this particular scenario. So let's jump into the video. Alright, we are in the same code base that we used to get started last time in our last episode 1 series, no, episode 2. So you might remember like what we did. If you don't have if actually you didn't see that particular video, I'll put a tag here or a bookmark here, or else I'll add you in the description, or else end of the screen it will be shown. End of this video you will see the previous video of this particular series. Alright, let me briefly explain a little bit of how you build. Alright, before building the iOS, let's first build our Android app. Alright, let me see whether our Metro Bundler is running. So you know right now what is Metro Bundler is. So Metro Bundler is something like it actually builds everything. It actually minified the your code base, and it actually wrap into a native container, and that what it actually build the APK or IPA file to install in your real device. So that's basically the Metro Bundle does. It actually work as the developer server, so it will actually helps you to real-time rendering and real-time feedbacks from when you do changes in your code base, and you will directly see the effect of in your simulator. So it helps that as well, and debugging and so much of things. Yep, back to the video. Alright, so let me start the Metro server first. Metro Bundler. Do you know the command? It's called npm start. Alright, Metro Bundler started. So we need to like basically when you like let's assume like you don't have the node module installed in your application. So any node modules are the libraries or the packages what has been using in your application to build your application. Like for example, like let's assume you are implementing using React Native. So for that you will have several React Native packages. Those are the modules. So those are the node modules. I'm telling you this, the people who don't know about the node modules and the packages, what I'm talking about. So basically those are the third-party libraries that we are using to implement our features in our application. So when you want to implement something, let's assume local storage or something, there's a package out there in the community. We can take it that and install it, and it will appear here. So once you install the node modules, you need to like for iOS you need to specifically run some particular command to install iOS specific node pod module for iOS to work. So that's how it works. So let me demonstrate something. It's very something you really want to know. Let's assume I'm going to delete this total thing. So we don't. So it means you don't have any node modules. That means your application will not run if you run it. So anyway, we have like get errors when we delete the thing. So what I have to do first is you have to install the Yarn. Yarn is another package manager, but right now I haven't installed that. Instead of that, we have npm, since we haven't installed node. So I'll bring you another video how you install Yarn. And Yarn is another good package manager. It's actually resolve all the dependency itself, dependency problems, and resolve many of the problems. Dependency problems actually. So it very helpful thing. I'll bring you another video of that, and this time I'll let's go with the node. So I'm doing npm install. It will install all the packages where you specified in this package JSON file. It will actually check all the packages and it will install all these. So I think since it's in my cache, it will actually take it taken from the cache. So you will see now you have the all the packages. So if you go here, and if you run npm run Android, now it will work. It will actually pops up the Android simulator, and you will see your application running there. Fun. Alright, it's building. Okay, it's installing the application at the moment. APK created, so it is installed. Alright, now you know like how you should like run the Android application. So let's move on to how you run the iOS application. I'm going to clear this. Clear. And what you remember like what I told you before, right? So for iOS it's something different. Like you need to like install your pods, respective pods for these packages. So because of that you have to go. So let me go to the iOS folder and show you. In iOS you will see this is pod. These are the libraries respective to what I showed you in Node. So these are the libraries it's been using for build the application. So what you can do, if it is not there, these libraries, you can install these pods, and this is the pod file where it is configured, and pod log also the similar as the package.json log. Okay, so yeah, let me show you something. Let me delete this pod folder. Alright, so we don't have pods now. If you try to run the application, Android iOS application, it shouldn't run. It will not run definitely. So what you have to do, so initially also, like when you want to run the iOS application, you should go to first inside the iOS folder. So you are in this particular folder, then you should run pod install. So that is actually, you are saying the CocoaPod. You have to like when you install setting up the environment, you will be installing CocoaPod as well. So that's something you need to do. And so if it is there, you need to install pods. For that there's a command, it's called pod install. So it will install all the pods related to iOS application. Alright, you will see it's downloading all the pods and one by one and installing all the pods. This is something that you do all the time. You will be doing all the time when you are doing implementing React Native application, when you want to run iOS version of it. So this will be very normal to you when you start hands dirty. Alright, let's see. Let's give a little moment to it to start. Yes, it's installed now. I'm going out from this particular folder. So here, when you for iOS to run, there's another command similar as like run npm run Android. There's the iOS command is npm run Android. It's very simple. Npm run and sorry iOS. Okay, let's see whether it is building up and iOS simulator is running. You can actually configure. Alright, iOS simulator pops up. Alright. So this is basically depend on how you have configured the Xcode as well. So when you picked up something there, it will automatically pick that particular simulator from Xcode. Otherwise you need to like with this npm run iOS, you have to specify the simulator you want to run. Let me show you that as well. Don't worry, normally iOS build is taking a little bit of time than on Android, so don't worry, it will be coming up. one thing I want to show you is like when you want to run the Xcode, your iOS project in Xcode, you need to run like you go to the project and you go to the iOS folder, and there you have two projects, Xcode project and Xcode workspace project. You need to like pick this particular one, Xcode project, and double click it. Alright, now you get your project running in Xcode. So this is the native Xcode iOS application developer ID. Alright, look at this, guys. Like congratulations, like now you running your iOS application in your iOS simulator. Wonderful. So let me show you a interesting thing. Alright, that is basically you can run the similarly you can run the different emulators from your Xcode as well. So if you go here and you select whatever the simulator over here, and also you can like add new simulators as well, like clicking here, and you can follow this and you can add new simulators over here as from here. Like you can pick any simulator and you can run the same iOS application from here as well. Let me like close it from here, and let me run it from Xcode as well. Let's see whether it is running from Xcode. So this time it will pick it up iPhone 15 Pro, since I added it here as the simulator it should run. So when you run it in the command line, it actually picks up the default simulator what it meant to take. Alright, look at this, guys. So now you running your application in a different simulator that is mentioned here. So I configured this one, iPhone 15 Pro. So it is iPhone 15 Pro. So that is running that one. So let's do a quick experiment and see. Let's stop this and let's run it from command line. Let's see what's simulator it's picked up. Look at this. It takes a different simulator. This time it takes iPhone SE. I think it is default to this particular simulator, or that's how React Native has specified. I think from maybe the last simulator it's picking up. It's a bit different how it's picking up the simulators. So you can specify it either from command line as well. Let me show you like how you can run different iPhone simulator from command line. Let me stop it here. You have another command like where you can see all the configured simulator in your environment, like to show up all the simulators you have. So you can pick either so you see that this is the one actually our application initially ran. So you can pick anything else and can pick and run. If you want to run the different simulator, you saw like you have several simulator installed, so you need to like create a several script here. So it's actually, if you run npm run iOS, it will run this one. Even you specify something like this. Let me show you something like this. It doesn't pick it up. That's because it's not exactly the script. So you to run a different thing, let's assume you have to add something like this script npm run iOS iPhone 15 or something. You can name it whatever you like. Then it actually runs React Native run iOS simulator iPhone 15 Pro. So then it will pick it up that one if you have the simulator installed. Let's try this particular one and see whether it is working. So let me save this in package config. Well, let me clear this first. Alright, I saved the change we did. So let me run it. How we should run it? npm run iOS iPhone 15. Let's see it. Alright, look at this, guys. Earlier like we ran like npm run iOS is actually open up the iPhone SE simulator. Right now, since we specify it as iPhone 15 Pro, it actually picks up the iPhone 15 Pro simulator. So that's how you specify specific simulator when you want to run and test your application in a different versions of simulators. Alright, that's about how you run it in simulators. So let me take you to demonstrate or explain at least how you run your application in real device in Android. So you can do the same thing in iOS as well. If you plug it your iPhone application to your USB in your Mac and with your Thunderbolt or whatever USB-C port in your device, it will actually pick it up your device to run. I'll explain you how you run it in Android device, real device. For that, there's a one thing, like if you want, there are the times that you want to like have you run your application in your real device, and if you want to show it to someone else in your screen share or something, you need to like show that somehow, right? There's a tool called Visor. That's what I was using. There are several other, but I think Visor is quite easy and it's free anyway, so it easily like you can work with it. Let me show you that as well, demonstrate that as well. So you can pick it up Visor. So this is the application that I am using. So it will actually so you should connect your phone into your Mac or Windows application. So then you run the Visor. It will actually run your application, your real device. Yeah, you can use this. It will easily connect your real device. So you need to plug it into your device, connect and run. So it will actually display your device, real device, in a window like a simulator here in this particular application called Visor. So before do that, you need a specific thing to do. So you need to like connect your real device in debug mode. So for that, you need to open up your device, go to settings and go to about phone and go to software information and go to build number and tap for 5 times. Then it will open for your password or the pattern. Then it will ask for like allow development setting. Then you press it is okay, and then go to down, go outside from that particular window and go to your settings again. Then you will see bottom of your screen option called developer options. So tap that one and it will actually open up the developer options. So there, go to down, further down, and you will see USB debugging. Enable that. So it also allow you USB debugging intended to development purposes only. So it will actually help you to run if you connect your application in your laptop, and if you enable this one, it will actually able to connect you when you run the application. It will pick it up that particular application and that particular device and run your application. So that's how you run it in your application in real device. So that's basically how you run it your application in the simulators like iOS and Android and real device. So that is one main key thing every developer should know, how you run your application and demonstrate your application and how you test your application when you want to test your application. So it's an important skill to have. So I think you learn a lot of, I think that's I think I'll cover all the aspects of it and all the things. If I forget something, just add a comment in the video, and same time add your feedback and add your, if you watch this video, give me a feedback of it. Where do you think that I need to change, or where do you think like I missed or something? So it's really valuable, your feedback, and gives a thumbs up, and same time make sure to subscribe my channel. You will get many more other good real life practical videos from me, and I hope it will be very helpful to you to excel in your career. Until meeting with you in a next video, cheers.